Hey, good early evening. We're in Hradec Kralova here in Czech Republic. It's day 3 of the EuroBasket Women. And coming up, a game with powerhouse Spain taking on the Czech Republic. Well, looks like it's going to be a huge crowd tonight once again, but I'm not sure how much joy there's going to be for the home side. Their team is 0-2 and with no real chance of moving on into that next phase. We've already seen a couple of games, and later tonight we'll see Czech Republic and Italy. I'm Jeff Taylor, joined by the erstwhile Shona Thorburn once again. And Shona, we're going to witness history in about 8 minutes and 50 seconds. And I'm going to tell you why. I bet you don't know why. I'll give you a chance to answer. But anyway, here are the Group A standings. Ukraine are top, followed by Spain, Hungary, and the Czech Republic. But obviously Spain, even if they were to lose this game, will leapfrog Ukraine into first place because they beat Ukraine last time. Now, do you know why we're going to witness history? I bet you have no idea at all.
None whatsoever. You
have no idea whatsoever?
No.
Okay. I'm going to tell you why. Because Laia Palau is going to become the most capped player in Spanish basketball history. She's going to play in her 259th game for Spain. She's already level with Amaya Valdemaro, her good friend from the very recent past, as recent as EuroBasket 2013, when Valdemaro and Palau played on the team that won the EuroBasket Women in France. And tonight, Laia Palau, who I will say is one of all of our favorite players. I think you probably like her as well. Yeah,
I do. You know, I've had the unfortunate task of guarding her sometimes, playing against her, and you know, since 2002, she's been involved with this women's team for Spain. So 259, like, I don't really think people just tuning in maybe don't follow too closely. 259 is an enormous amount of games to play for your country, really. And like I said, her first appearance at the senior level was in 2002.
Well, it is. I mean, this is incredible. You're talking 15 years ago.
You are. You know,
she was but a little girl.
She was. She's 37 now, so you know that puts it into perspective.
Well, that's very young.
And yes. You know, people are going to miss her.
She's the conductor of the orchestra. I mean, she's like the inspiration, and I'm pretty sure that if she wanted to keep playing, she would still make the team. Oh,
100%. You know, this retirement that she announced a few months ago before the tournament, that she was finishing with Spain after this summer, it was her choice. It's not Lucas Modelo, the coach of Spain. It's not the Spanish Federation, and it's not even, you know, the youth nipping at her heels saying, you know, it's giving me my turn, I'm better now. No, she is still at the top of her game.
Real quick, while we're looking at the pictures of the Czech Republic coming out, just to put it into perspective, they lost their first game against Ukraine, and then they lost a heartbreaker against Hungary. So Ivan Benes and the Czech Republic, a disappointment. You know, it's the post-mortem has not yet begun, but it will soon, as to what the situation is with Czech women's basketball. Certainly hasn't been the EuroBasket that they wanted, but we're going to have the playing of the national anthems for both teams, starting with Spain. And now the Czech Republic's national anthem. Okay, so the national anthems have been played, and the Czech team is, you can only imagine what's going through their minds. The minds of the fans, the minds of the coaching staff, everybody at the federation. They're not going to be moving on after this, but you know what? Sports is like that sometimes. It's not the first time that it's happened, and it won't be the last that the host team goes out early. So Spain, meanwhile, number 2 in the FIBA World Ranking, the Nike FIBA World Ranking. They are ready to rock and roll, and referees Marie Pereira Malo from Canada, Jelena Smejanovic from Serbia, and Zdravko Rudičić from Montenegro. That's the guy on the left, in case you didn't know. Do you know Marie Pereira?
Not well, you know.
Casually?
No, not even casually. I mean, she's done a couple exhibition games for us, but she is Canada's up-and-coming referee, and I think that shows by her being the only non-European ref invited to this prestigious EuroBasket 2017.
That's a very good point. Lucas Mondello, one of your former coaches, I might add, he has just like an incredible team, really. Laura Nichols, Sylvia Dominguez, Laia Palau, Alba Torrens, Anna Cruz, Marta Jargai. I don't even have to look at the list, I know them. And his starting 5 is going to be Nichols, Torrens, Palau, Sancho Little, Anna Cruz. Little, the MVP of the EuroBasket Women 2013. Missed the Olympics after she got injured. Anna Cruz, who hit the game-winning shot at the death against Turkey at the quarterfinals. All of these players, you can already immediately think of something that they've done which has made them famous in their country. And for the Czech Republic, they still have players from their 2010 team that finished runners-up at the World Championship, or the World Cup here. Katarina Elhotova, Ilona Bagrova, Elena Hanasova is great talent. But I think they just waited a little too long to get it going. Kia Vaughn, it's not the debut that she wanted, but the Czechs, the naturalized Czech. Karolina Elhotova, Hanasova, her sister Katarina Elhotova, all in the starting lineup. Okay, so tell me, what's going to happen?
You know, I think the Czech have something to prove to these fans who have come out and supported them. They had a heartbreaking loss the other night. And, you know, you saw runs, you saw glimpses of the talent, but they just weren't able to put together a 40-minute game. And that's what cost them the game. So really, this is about, you know, I think when they just, you know, said, we want to host this event. When we wanted to host this event, they wanted to kind of have that 2010 experience.
Real quickly, Palau and Virolova, interesting matchup. Last time, for Palau, and you saw that Virolova was kind of backing up Palau at Sparta Prague.
Yeah, I like that, the understudy of Palau. So you expect her to know her moves, know her talents, if she's been guarding her,
Doesn't matter.
learning from her. But let's see, you know, everyone who is a women's basketball fan knows who Laia Palau is. So people tune in because this is one of her last games.
And what do you say about Yvonne Venice? It's been a tough EuroBasket.
It has been a very tough EuroBasket. I think they understood that it was a rebuilding. They understood that they weren't very strong in certain areas, especially the point guard position. But I think they thought that maybe home court advantage would have helped, and it hasn't really for them yet. So you know, these women love to play for their country, so they're going to give it everything they have today. They know this is the last time that maybe some of them are going to put on a Czech jersey. This is the last time they play with each other, some of these people. So enjoy it, show what you're about. I want them to have a breakout game. You know, win or lose, I just want them to have a breakout game because they deserve it and the fans deserve it.
Well, it's never easy to play Spain, and Laia Palau, she's going off to Australia for a new experience to continue her journey in basketball soon. Well, welcome to Hradec Kralova here in the Czech Republic. It's the Czech Republic and Spain, and Czech Republic have won the opening tip, and Karolina Elhotova has got it. Now Katarina, and now Kia Vaughn. And Alba Torrens, who's fun to watch, much like Palau, always goes right in. This is a layup. And Czechs miss another one. think we'll probably, we should get a free-flowing game here. I mean, it's not going to be something that's going to grind to a halt defensively. Perhaps similar to what we just watched Turkey and Belarus.
Yeah, definitely both their styles, you know. Great shot by Sancho, but both of them kind of like to run, especially Spain. They're an exciting team to watch, and I think we're going to see that tonight. And I hope the Czechs just play freely. They have nothing to lose, so just do what you can.
So Sancho Little has come back. Could be her last run with Spain. We don't know. They'll be hosting the World Cup next year.
Yeah, I had the opportunity to talk to Sancho a little bit. I also played with Sancho, so we know each other. And I said, so Sancho, we're gonna see you in 4 years in Tokyo, you know, because she missed out last year, unfortunately due to that broken foot that happened during the WNBA season. And then they also missed out on London, so she hasn't been to an Olympics for her adopted country. And she said, really, Shona? Do you know, every morning I wake up and everything hurts in her, you know, Bahamas accent. Amen. I'm so sore, man.
Well, how about Alba Torrens? She's come out and hit a 3. And it's an early 5-0 lead. Don't panic yet if you're a Czech Republic fan. Your players can hoop it up. You're going to do it now. Karolina Elhotova.
That feels great because, you know, Elhotova has been off. Both Katerina and her sister have been off and shooting, so it's nice to get your first shot under your belt early in this game.
Torrens passes back to Laura Nichols, and Nichols can't get it to fall. Kia Vaughn has it. Goes in, passes it back, Hanasova, jump shot, Jourova with the rebound. Hanasova drives in again, is blocked. I guess she had the, if you look at the foul on Jourova, she either had the prospect of being fouled or blocked by Sancho Little or the backboard, and she chose the backboard.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's a little less embarrassing, I think, if it goes off the backboard.
Well, Hanasova came out and really played well the other night against Hungary, you have to say. And Karolina Elhotova fouls Alba Torrens from behind. These are players that have grown up with, if you look at Sylvia Dominguez, there on the right and Sanchez on the left. These are players in the Czech Republic that we're watching now who grew up watching a golden generation. So, you know, they were brought into this because they looked up to the Hannah Horakovas,
yes,
to the Ivana Vicherovas, to, the Eva Vitechkovas. And, you know, they envisioned themselves being in that position. And some of them actually were, some of these players were actually in the 2010 team that finished runners-up to the USA. And it's not too late for them either.
No,
There's
it's
Virolova.
not.
It's too late for this tournament, but it's not too late to make a statement for the next time. Here's Anna Cruz going down and blocked by Hanasova.
So you see Spain picking up full court, and it just shows. Look at that. They're so athletic, and they can pressure full court. That was, you know, you need to be ready for full court pressure. So you need to have your guards set up in some side of a tandem, a screen across to help get open. You can't leave your person inbounding the ball with no options there.
Live Palau backs up Virolova, gets it to Laura Nichols, and Nichols, well, she came up and forced a turnover, and then she scores the basket. And Hanasova picks up her second foul. Meanwhile, it's as hot as a sauna in here. What's going on?
I think it's all the fans who came out to support their Czech Republic women's basketball team. Oh,
Nice pass inside, and Karolina Elholtova. So she's got her second basket. She's got all 4 of the Czech Republic's points. Cruz goes baseline. Finds her way, doesn't score, but finds space to put it up, and Katarina Elholtova picks up the foul. That was a replay of the last basket by the Czechs. And Anna Cruz has had a slow start.
Yeah, I would say for her ability that we have seen, it's been a slow start. She's a lot better than
1 of 2 from the free throw line.
Yes, definitely. And you know, her shots, they've rolled in and out. They've looked great. She's still shooting it confidently, and that's what you expect from your shooting guard who has the experience that she has. She won the EuroLeague this year.
Offensive foul. The Czech Republic gives it right back to Spain. Lauderhill comes in. Was that foul on Kia Vaughn? I didn't see that.
Like we've said before, we're not refs.
A foul before the shot.
So the Czech Republic have already put Spain into the bonus, and it's not really what you want to do early in a game, especially against a very strong Spanish team.
Sylvia Dominguez is, I think, one of the unsung heroes, really. She's solid. She could start. She doesn't. She comes off the bench. What was she, a former under-18 European Championship MVP?
She was, and you know, she actually has 3 EuroLeague titles with 3 different clubs. So that shows how good you are. When you can win one club, next year you go somewhere else and you win another EuroLeague championship.
And she very easily could have been the MVP of the EuroLeague Final Four one year with Avenida.
She could, yes. With,
and it went to Alba Torrens instead.
Yes.
I mean, both of them deserved
They hosted
it.
that in Salamanca that year, and she was just unstoppable.
Kia Vaughn with the long-range shot.
They need her to start to get going here if they want to keep this game close.
Sancho Little drills it. I'm sure she likes the challenge of going up against Kia Vaughn.
EuroLeague rivals, I guess you could say.
I'm sure Kia Vaughn enjoys the challenge as well, but didn't come close. Sancho Little. Karolina now, Elholtova. And the Czechs pushing. And then just difficult pass that was never going to be completed.
Yeah, and then you see Spain where they are most dangerous. I don't think that pass was really intended for Cruz, but she ended up with the ball, and now she's going to the line for 2.
I guess this is the issue, isn't it? It's if you look at the pass to Vaughn for that shot. The big issue for the Czechs, or one of the big issues, has been the point guard play. And really not just this year, but last year, the year before, ever since you-know-who.
The famous Hanna Horakova retired. She's a legend here. She was MVP in 2010, and they didn't even win. Normally the MVP goes to the gold medal team, and she was the recipient. So that just shows you how well and how she kind of willed her team all the way to the finals. And it's true, they haven't, they have a lot of sort of, we say the combo guard, but they're not point guards, and you need a point guard on the floor as well.
Nice shot from Katarina Elhotova. Yeah, you need it, obviously. She was a scoring point guard. Ana Cruz, though, reacts quickly for Spain. They don't mess around. They push it quickly. She's off to a good start today.
They really do. You know, that was off of a made basket, and they, I think, maybe scored within the first 6 seconds of the 24-second shot clock.
Now you got Elhotova, and she misses, and Kulichova can't do it. The interesting thing is, okay, you look at the Czechs' situation, and here's Elhotova with her basket. She pulls up, scores a shot. That's not an easy shot.
No, it isn't. She's fading away from the basket, kind of a turnaround jumper.
You've got Laya Palau, who this season played again for Sparta Prague. She started 36, 37 years old.
37, yeah.
Backed up by Viorlova, who's younger and plays as a starting point guard for Prague.
Yep.
Dominguez pulls up. Laura Gill. Cruz, back to Nichols, no look. Palau for three. Nichols with the rebound. So, I mean, I don't know. I mean, how do you know, for a long time, Russia didn't have point guards. They went and they got Becky Hammond because they felt like they didn't have a good enough one. Although
yeah.
I would have suggested Oksana Rakhmatalina would have been good after winning after getting to the final in 2006 in the World Championship, the World Cup. Zaplatova picks up the foul.
After Becky Hammond, they went and they said, okay, you know, we still want an American point guard, and they went for Epiphany Prince. Yeah.
Is that the solution? I mean, is that ultimately, don't you need to trust in your own and just you grow and let them blossom and whatever? I mean,
well, that's why a lot of these countries in the U.S. and all over the world, you know, you have the developing programs, and a reason, you know, you look at who's going to be retiring soon and you say, okay, we're going to be short in the shooting position, the point guard position, whatever, and you start to look at those 14, 15, 16-year-olds, and that's where they should really be developing them.
But look at Nika Beric, for example, of Slovenia. She's been identified as an up-and-comer for a long time. She's been playing point guard. She's been growing. They've let her develop.
She's been learning.
And now look at her.
On the best teams in EuroLeague. One of the best, sorry. They didn't win this
year. So back to a 7-point deficit. But I think with Beric, she's had a chance to play with Slovenia at least every summer. And Nichols goes up.
You know, we saw the Czech Republic have a really tough time of boxing out and not allowing offensive rebounds in their past 2 games. And it's still, for me, an area of concern that they need to work with. You see the Spanish team, you know, they only have 2 offensive rebounds, but they're going every time. And the Czechs aren't coming up with easy defensive boards. They're having a hard time. They're getting lucky on a few possessions, but they just need to do a better job rebounding and then pushing the ball and see what they get.
Well, Karolina Elhotova has checked out of the game. And the three-pointer from Zaplatova cuts the deficit to 4. And coming in for the Czech Republic is Vorachkova. So she's come into the game, number 10. I don't think we've seen her, have we?
But just like in the last game, you know, this is a good opportunity for those younger Czech players to get experience against, we'll find out how good they are right now, but you know, they're definitely a top 3 team in Europe, if not the world. So, you know, you have nothing to lose by giving these young girls experience to play.
Absolutely. And they have the benefit of having the home crowd behind them. So.
Exactly.
So Hill, who just missed the 2 free throws, has picked up a foul. Not the type of player that Kia Vaughn wants to play right now, because you know that Laura Gill is gonna do everything she can to make life miserable.
Yes, and for number 10 Veronika Vorakova, she's only 17 years old. So hey, welcome to EuroBasket 2017.
So Laura Gill misses. Mondello looked over at the bench and was like, "What's she doing?" But as the ball goes out of bounds, if you miss 2 free throws, it's a good sign anyway that you're confident enough to go down and take the jumper. But maybe you need to concentrate on what you do well.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a little uncharacteristic of her.
Rajkova hands it off. Vaughn looks up at the shot clock. He's going to work against Laura Nichols, and that's the Kia Vaughn that we've been waiting to see for this entire tournament.
Yes, and that's, I thought Laura Nichols actually played pretty good defense there. Vaughn tried to make a couple moves, spin move, crossover to get by her, and Nichols didn't give up any position, but Vaughn just said, "Oh, okay, I'll just shoot over you."
And offensive foul called on Spain. The block, so turns it back over. And we got some substitutions. Sanchez coming into the game. Looks like Maria Conde is available today for Spain, which is good news. Carolina Elhotova comes in for her sister Katarina. And the Czech Republic can tie or take the lead in this possession. I'll tell you, it's so hot in here. There's a river outside. I might just take a dip at halftime and then meet you back for the second half.
I might join you, Jeff.
Goodness gracious. And it goes, Kia Vaughn misses. They're crashing the board. Laura Gill. Now Palau. Appreciate everything that she is. She's just giving it to Gill. Now it's Dominguez. It's interesting. We haven't really talked about this, but as Torrens gets it, goes behind the back. She's one of those players you just want to watch. This is Torrens. Who's going to replace Palau? That's the starter. And Kia Vaughn has tied it up at 17. There's a lot of competition.
What a great, let's say, last 2.5 minutes there for the Czech Republic. They got down a little bit, but they were patient, and then they went to what worked.
So one quarter is in the books, 17 apiece. And those are the shooting numbers.
Yeah, not great for Spain at 33%, but it's free throws. I talked about Turkey's free throws. We have to make those.
Well, as we look at the highlights here between corners, it's worth mentioning that there was a huge roar from the crowd when they showed Martina Sablikova on the big screen. She's here at the game tonight supporting her native Czechs. Speed skater, probably somebody that you know about being a Canadian.
If it was ice hockey, for sure.
But she's a gold medal winner and a very young 30 years of age. Speed skating at the 2014 Winter Olympics. Impressive stuff. There's a lot of sportsmen in this town. We've seen tennis. We've seen a lot of basketball being played. Ice hockey.
From the Czech is from this town, right?
Absolutely.
You see her posters all over the place.
Well, Spain get right inside.
So,
yeah, that's a good point, actually.
Yeah, you know, this town definitely has some famous Olympians from here.
For the foul on Sanchez. I think unlike the Ukraine game the other day for the Czech Republic, sorry, for Spain, I don't know, something tells me as Palau goes to the bench that maybe the Czechs have a better chance of winning this game.
Yeah, they're playing better than they did in the previous 2 games to me, though. You know, the pressure is off them now, though. Maybe that, I mean, we talked about this in the first game where they got down to the Ukraine by 20 almost instantly, and it just didn't seem like they were playing basketball the way they should. Turnover there from Torrance.
Turnover gives it over to Spain. The Czechs.
You know, so we said maybe they have a little bit of added pressure. Maybe they were feeling the pressure, and now there's no pressure. There is no pressure. There's just pride.
Wonder if a loss could knock Spain out of their stride. Hey, Zeplikova has put the Czech into the lead.
Those of you who are Spanish basketball fans, you might notice that Romero has crept in instead of maybe a Marta Chargai. And I did notice during warm-up that Chargai was not actually participating in the warm-up. So maybe she's
giving the night off.
Taking the night off. She was walking a little gingerly, so who knows if she kind of, you know, got hit a little bit in the last game.
The Ukraine game.
In the
she
Ukraine
did actually.
Game. I mean, she had an excellent Ukraine game. I think she had 19 points, and she was the reason they pulled away in the 3rd and 4th. Remember?
Yeah.
So I guess
a couple of shots.
You know, it's safe to say we know Spain's moving on. We know Spain is moving on. So you know, in a tournament like this, if you could give a player who's banged up a little bit an extra day off, you do it.
Well, if Chargai indeed is not going to play, it's a great opportunity for Romero, who really probably, you're not missing a beat with her out there. Karina Elhotova misses. I mean, yeah, she doesn't have as much experience, but, you know, potentially, long-term wise especially. Chargai was a Prague player.
She was. She played here this year, yeah, along with Laia Palau.
So the Prague fans they'll be eager to see probably Palau and Chargai play.
Yeah, you know, I think with the Czech Republic not moving on, you know, Prague, USK Prague has always had a great fan base, and they love basketball in the city. So I think maybe we'll see some of the Prague fans coming and maybe becoming Spanish fans now, just to support, you know, their team.
Or Serbia fans for Petrovic.
Yes, very true. So.
Or Latvia. Oh no, they're out. Right?
No, Latvia.
Have they progressed?
I think it might depend on the,
the
other
results.
games. Sorry, yeah.
Long with 8 points, Kulichova leading the way to 4 rebounds. I think one sign of a great basketball nation would be, say your team does lose in the first round and doesn't move on to the next round, and how many people show up.
Yes.
And I remember in Lithuania that happened for the men. They were beaten in the quarterfinals. So the fans still turned out to watch the remainder of the tournament. They weren't quite as boisterous, but they were still there. That's a great basketball nation. So Latvia, yeah, they could either go through or might depend on a three-way tie.
It's going to depend on the Montenegro.
I think
Montenegro game later today.
I think they had a good win over Montenegro, though, didn't they?
Montenegro is going to play Russia.
But then
they are playing, right?
Latvia beat. Yeah, and Latvia beat Latvia beat them. Montenegro. Okay, the miss. And Karolina Elhotova. Ball. And another foul. And you start to get the feeling with the Czech Republic that here's an opportunity. And I suppose for them, the next qualifying cycle for the next EuroBasket Women becomes even more important. That'll be next up, and that'll be coming up not too long from now. So this would be a momentum-building win if they could end up get a win tonight.
Yes, it really would.
Okay, so that was good minutes from Vorachkova. She goes out. Stezkalova has come into the game. Kulachova bounce pass, turned it over.
Not really sure where she was going. That's not really her game.
You can see, obviously the Czechs are playing hard because you're getting some responses from Spain like, call the foul, ref, call the foul. Cruz pulls up. Nichols keeps it alive. Cruz finds her way inside, and she is called for hooking. She's a great story, Anna Cruz. Remember, she was a part of the Spain team. Then she wasn't selected in 2013 for the EuroBasket Women.
And wow, has she improved in those 4 years.
She almost took it as a challenge.
I think she really did. And I saw her evolution. She was young when I was playing in Spain. And, you know, I remember she kind of had this...
Wide open, Kulachova.
Wow, are they playing different, eh?
Yeah.
Czech Republic. Sorry, yeah, Anna Cruz. I saw her evolution while I was playing in Spain. You know, she really had a breakout year in Olesa, probably back in 2008. Slowly but surely, she's just kept on improving.
Leo misses. Bruno Rodriguez, but Laura Nichols there for the rebound. Laura Nichols has been around for a while. And nice drive, but she doesn't finish. Hanusova. Bruno Rodriguez. And you can see Lucas Mandelo saying, why go baseline and go towards the hoop? Just pull up and shoot it. You're a good shooter. Interesting. And now Lucas Mandelo.
He's still telling her, hey, shoot it. And Rodriguez says, I just missed a 3. I'm young. I didn't know I'm allowed to shoot it 2 times in a row. Oh, miscommunication there.
Turnover into the hands. Oh, this is where she's going to be good. Romero pulls up and knocks it in. Can't just create a situation where the point guard has the ball in her hands right in the middle of the floor like that. Not like Nick, not like her. She's going to pull up and drill it. Or make the easy pass. She'll be a candidate to get more minutes, won't she?
She will. That's someone, sorry, who you asked about who's going to take over, who's going to step into the role after Laia Palau. She's going to get more minutes, you know. I'm not sure what Silvia Dominguez's plans are after this. I imagine she'll be around next year. So, you know, you have her coming up. Anna Cruz can play point guard. They're not, I don't think they're too worried. I think it's more the leadership that they're really, really going to miss without having Laia.
But with Romero, I think you've got some candidates. Who's going to assume the leadership role? We got Nichols, we got Dominguez.
Well, you know, Torres is 27 now, so she'll be 28 next year. That's a perfect time for her to finally be more of a local, vocal, more of a leader for the team.
Gil, maybe. Probably Dominguez, really. I mean,
Yeah.
Nichols has been there since the, look at that, only one turnover in the first quarter, 4 in the first 3.5 minutes of the second quarter for Spain.
But give credit to the Czech Republic's defense for that.
That's right. If you go back, if you look back at the team that played in 2008, you had Laura Nichols. I would say also Ana Cruz would be a leader.
Yes. Yeah, that's a good point.
You had Dominguez. So you had Dominguez, Laura Nichols, and Torrens all started playing in 2008. So if you look at just the timeline, you would think that these 3 players would be take on that type of role. However, Laura Gil has been involved for a while, and she has kind of that hard enforcer type mentality. Maybe not as flashy, but on the other hand, Cruz might be a candidate to really be a leader.
You know, your leader doesn't have to be your best player. It's a mentality. It's a responsibility, but it doesn't have to be the best player on the team. It can be, but it doesn't always have to be.
Well, Bergrova is a perfect example for the Czech Republic. Because she's been the captain. Hanasova, oh dear, so has she got 2 or 3? I thought she already had 2 fouls.
No, just 2. I'm sure that the Czech coach and the Czech fans are looking up at the scoreboard saying, did you guys see that foul count? It's like 13-7. Thought we have home court advantage here. No home court repping happening here.
Look at Romero work in, but her pass is well off, and that was well read by Katarina Elhotova. Hanasova pulls up. You remember you were going to say something about Elhotova.
Yeah, there was a...
Katarina Elhotova.
Sorry, yeah, Katarina Elhotova. There was a great piece recently in a Czech newspaper where it was a very candid interview about her and being on the receiving end of domestic abuse. And, you know, she's sort of come out as a face, you know, someone you can identify with. You know, it happens to everyone. Domestic abuse is a serious problem. You know, you follow U.S. sports. You see those professional teams and how they're having to deal with it now. So I think a lot of women's groups and women's rights, oh, wow. Great pass, Torrens. But yeah, I see a lot of, you know, you need to put a face that you can relate to, and these people see this star for Czech and how it can happen to really anyone. So people really appreciate her being so candid and talking openly about it.
And she has had a baby. That was part of what was going on with the person. And
who she was in a relationship with.
Yeah. She's had the baby, and so she missed a little bit of basketball, but she's come back. She's playing for the national team. I mean, you know, you got to take all this stuff on board when you think about who these players are and coming out and playing for the national team.
Yeah.
A lot of stories behind the player.
There really are.
Steskalova, and Dominguez got a hand on it. It went off. Ooh, looked like it may have gone off Elhotova, but in fact, it went off of Spain. 4.5 seconds on the shot clock. Yorlova, the clock's a ticking, so she puts up a 3, and Hanasova flies in to try to get the rebound. Now Spencer Little, been pretty quiet today. Oh, she gets it back, and what a play.
Oh.
She misses that famous basket again. Sometimes the ball won't go down.
He's the best of them too.
You got to love the give and go with Nichols. And Bergrova, boy, that was a big time move.
You know, 2 days ago when she checked in, Was she not a spark plug for them on defense? She was aggressive, she was stepping out, and then she had some great moves, just like she's done so far, just checking into the game for the Czech Republic.
Yeah, she had a tough first game, and in the second game
She came
against
off the
Hungary.
bench, and I think that was better for her, remember?
Absolutely, and now Hanasova goes off, gets the block. Look at Nichols' hustle. So Virolova has it.
Might have been a little foul.
Such a little knock it
I think
away.
she was trying to slow the game down by fouling, but they didn't call it, so.
Palau had her back to the Deskalova. Oh, what a pass from Deskalova. And Virolova misses the layup. Now Palau races to the other end. And she goes to the line. That's 3 fouls on Hanasova. So she's got to go to the bench.
Look at this great move. Everything about that was just technical post-move basketball, the last highlight we just saw.
That's a shame. She just had a great block.
Hanasova is deceivingly athletic. She is fast and she can jump really high. I wouldn't be surprised if she could dunk maybe a tennis ball or a volleyball, something that she can palm easily.
She might be able to dunk it outright. She has really, I'm impressed by how she's grown the last couple of years. I know she did hit a game-winning three-pointer.
But it was a good look. You know, I really think she could be the best player for this Czech team moving forward, and I think she's, she can be the face of the team, and she's definitely showed glimpses of being at the level, talent-wise, to be that person.
Oh, look at Sanchilino whip for the steal. Now Kia Vaughn has to pick up the ball.
Smart idea. Smart idea.
Great, terrific defense. Did you see how Dominguez and Hill got back? Probably the two defenders you don't want anywhere near you.
Yeah.
Well, they forced her to stop. Dominguez picks up her first foul. And Carolina Elhotova, she looks like she's
feeling the heat just like we are.
Yes. Yeah, imagine how hot they are. You get the feeling she's under a little bit of pressure.
She's probably going against her role model and idol, Laya Palau, knowing Laya Palau's retiring as well, knowing it's her turn to step up at Prague and for this national team. So she might be a little, I don't want to say she's intimidated, but a little nervous maybe.
Yeah.
She probably knows how crafty and sneaky Laya Palau can be, so. We were talking about Montenegro earlier, and that game on the other side is 26-23 for right now, and it's a must-win for Montenegro for them to have a chance to move on, and then I still think it might come down to points.
Yeah, it'll definitely come down to goal differential. Montenegro need to win by 17 points or more.
17, okay. So still early in the game. There's still 5 minutes left in the second quarter, but that's
stranger things have happened, but
they have against a very good Russian team. Who knows? It's the beauty of sport. No one can predict it.
Gosh, you were like a philosopher. Have you worked for?
I have a book coming out.
My life as a Canadian basketball player. I traveled the world.
Yeah, I probably have a few stories about my travels in Canada, that's for sure.
Okay, don't make people nervous back home.
No. I don't want FIBA to get mad at me either.
Right. So is that Sancho Little? They tried to force it in there. I suppose the game, would you say it's being played at the Czechs' pace?
I would. I think they've done a good job of slowing Czech down. You know, you haven't seen these wide open transition baskets, which Spain is known for. I mean, that's just a tough shot. Look at that defense. They played great defense for 24 seconds.
Somebody should be open with all the backcourt pressure, and Bergrova is able to go right in.
She's got to be mad about that.
Well, she did go right at Sancho Little, but Sancho Little starting to look a little tired. She's been talking about how she's been
feeling the effects of her 34-year young body.
Oh, Bergrova. I know it was inadvertent, but she took a shot from Sancho Little. She got right up on her, forced the turnover. I think she got like part of Sancho Little's hand or arm right in the face. There she is, and she takes it. She's playing very positive.
Oh, tough call. That's a tough break.
Isn't that supposed to be
if it's inadvertent,
you don't call it?
I don't think they call it. But there's a lot of times where you see, oh, she did get it. Oh, wow.
She took a shot. See that?
She took an entire, like, hand, arm, elbow to the face.
I'll tell you, that we've seen some physical play.
We have. We've already seen some, I would say, a pretty horrific injury in Laura Macchi from Italy. Yeah. And then we saw, I think it was what looked like a pretty serious ankle injury in that first game with the Slovak Republic.
Right.
We saw Conde with Spain. Looked like she dislocated it. I'm not sure if it was an actual dislocation because she's playing now, so I can't imagine.
I'm thinking mainly about the shot to the face. Certainly Laura Macchi had just the worst luck.
Earlier today, Simone from Hungary,
Simone,
she took an elbow right to the side of the face.
From Horobets of Ukraine.
Yes, and she stayed in the game, and you and I were like, ooh, that doesn't look good.
And you can see that Marina Kress has been walking around with a shiner as if...
This is, you know, who says basketball, specifically women's basketball, is non-contact, has never seen a game.
Well, really, I mean, it is supposed to be a non-contact sport.
But, you know, they're inadvertent contacts, but still, it happens. People play aggressive. You know, if you want to win, you have to play aggressive, and it's part of the outcome, really.
You just don't want to throw elbows.
No.
We haven't seen intentional elbows that we know of.
No, we haven't.
Look at Torres. Oh, she lost it. Now Jorlova. It's a break. Spain are hustling back, but they're not going to catch El Holkova. Now there's just enough time for Spain to launch one. This is where Palau's really good.
Oh,
and a late whistle.
That was a very late whistle by the Canadian ref. I might have to talk to her about that one after.
Well, if she sees a foul, she's got to call it. Let's see.
Does. So that was the first beautiful fast break by Czech.
I think
so. These Czech fans probably love Laya when she's playing for USK Prague, and now can you hear them booing her?
Yeah. I was going to say justice prevailed, but she made one of two. See if Bergrova says anything. Nope. So halftime is 29-28. Spain on top of a Czech Republic team that looks like it's determined to get a good result tonight in front of the home fans.
You know, if we saw this Czech Republic team against Ukraine, I think they could have pulled off that win.
But what are they doing tonight as you look at these stats that suggest?
You know, they struggled with offensive rebounds. They've only given up 6. It's still a lot, but it's less than their other games. They're forcing Spain into 10 turnovers, which is very uncharacteristic for Spain. They're just playing a good game. I think they came out you know, shooting with confidence because they haven't shot well, but these players are shooters. So, hey, you know what? You've got to shoot. You can't hesitate. You have to believe in yourself, believe in the hours that you've already put in.
I think if anything is different, it's the body language is different.
Yeah, but, you know, we talked, they don't have anything to lose, and maybe the pressure is off them now, and we're finally seeing them play comfortably. This is a good Spanish team, eh? And, you know, Marta Chargay has not played yet. She might be injured.
True. But
they're playing hard. Spain is playing hard. They're not giving them anything easy. And right now, the Czechs are only down 1.
Czechs 1 of 6 from three-point range. They finished, what, 1 of 18, 1 of 19
the other
night?
They have shot horribly from the three-point line. That's almost been a killer for them.
Yeah, it has. So another half of basketball coming your way here. Make sure you're here to watch it. See you in 10 minutes. in the boiling Karlovy Arena, it's halftime, and it's Spain on top 29-28 against the Czech Republic. It's been a good game. Czech Republic going for their first win here at the EuroBasket, and you know what? It would definitely make their appearance at this EuroBasket sweeter if they were to knock off the #2 team in the Nike FIBA World Rankings, Spain, the team that won the silver medal last year at the Olympics.
Yeah, I think it would, and it would leave great taste in their mouths, and for the fans and the federation, I think it's important. You know, I don't know if they're going to come up with the win, but they've played a lot better than we've seen them previously. And to hold a Spanish team with all the scoring power that they have to only 29 points, you have to be pretty excited by that. You know, if you look at statistics, you've limited them to offensive rebounds to only 6. You forced them into 10 turnovers. You know, the Czech actually have outscored Spain in the paint 14-6. I would say one of Spain's biggest advantages and weapons on the offensive end is their transition. How fast they can get out in transition and score. Even if it's not a transition score or a fast break score, it's an early score. You know, they can score within 6 seconds, 8 seconds of the clock, and the Czechs have done a great job of limiting that. You know, they only have 2 fast break points, and that might be the lowest Spain's ever had in a half as far as fast break points go. So I'm pretty sure Coach had a good talk with them at halftime and said, you know what, keep it up. Guess what? Spain's going to come out with something to prove, so expect that and be ready for that, but keep doing what you're doing.
Well, I mean, we heard in the press conference after the win over the Ukraine, Mondello said we knew we were better than them, and we knew eventually we would wear them down. So he was never in doubt. And sure enough, that was kind of how it unfolded. But
yeah,
it was strange because that was a more physical team that they played against Ukraine. I'm not saying that Spain are playing any less physical basketball today, but I think the Czechs have shown us enough to suggest that they could have done better in this tournament. And maybe, you know what happened? They played Ukraine on the wrong day. Maybe what they should have done was played Spain on the opening day.
You know what? Maybe. I do think you have an advantage of hosting these events and being, you know, your pool gets picked for you, but then I think the Czech get to decide what order and what time they play at. So I think they thought they would have already had a win under their belts, and they said, you know what, let's give the fans something to cheer about on the last group day. So maybe they did go ahead and schedule that a little wrong and not in their advantage.
So the second half action is underway in the crowd of Arena, and Spain have it. Back in the basket to the right of your screen, red. Anna Cruz goes behind her back, pulls up, jumper,
wow.
good.
That's an MVP shot.
Yeah, that is.
It really is. That's so skilled, you know, her ball handling and then to go right into her jump shot. But I told you, her biggest offensive threat is her jump shot, and she showed you why right there.
How about Hanasova? She got the reaction. She does. She's got those 3 fouls.
She's talented. She is talented. I hope people around Europe, you know, they should already know her name, but if you don't, remember Hanasova. You're going to see a lot of her in the future.
Well, I hope to get behind her, and I hope that wherever she plays, she gets minutes, because she needs them.
Yeah, I think she's still under contract.
Romero with a 3-pointer for Spain. Oh, and then she sneaks in and gets a steal.
That's just careless. Kia Vaughn knows better than that. And you know, the guards for the Czech Republic, they got to come back to the ball. Give your post player an outlet. They got lucky there. We were talking about Hanasova, and she is under contract with USK Prague, and I do know that she has 1 more year of schooling to finish until she has her university degree, so I think she's going to stick it out there. You know, she only averaged about 15 minutes in EuroLeague, a little bit more in the Czech League, so I think maybe after 1 more year, we're going to see her take her talents outside of the Czech Republic.
To Russia, to Turkey to Spain to...
She could play anywhere, honestly. Any team would be very happy to have her, trust me. Oh, wow, how do you stop that? She just buried Sancho Little and said, you know what, I'm just going to go to this little one-handed hook shot.
Are you surprised that Sancho Little's playing? She looks tired.
She looks incredibly tired. I'm not really sure it's sore because she's not really limping, but she just looks exhausted.
Oh, what a play.
How do you stop that? Just people, young basketball players, move without the ball and you will be open.
Well, Romero has started like a house on fire here in the second half. She's got the three-pointer and she scored the reverse layup was there. Hanisova for the three.
Oh! She is showing why she is so great. And Lucas doesn't like what he sees. He is not happy right now. He's so ambitious. Oh, look at that.
Cruz's shot.
Look at that. She just buries her. You cannot let Kia Vaughn catch that low. You will not be able to stop her.
Let's listen in. He was upset, I think, because they didn't commit a foul or something before Hanisova got her shot. Or maybe it was on a break.
So he just wanted to kind of maybe settle them down and say, hey, we're better than this. I'm not going to yell at you, but look at my eyes. I'm mad. Sometimes a look is all you need to give your players. Trust me.
There's the rebounding, 25-17 in favor of Spain. I mean, primarily, it's got to start on this end for the Czech Republic. They need to be tough. Sancho Little doesn't seem to be really getting after it like she usually does, which is another reason, offensively, which is another reason that makes me think she's tired.
She is exhausted. She just looks exhausted.
So you got a deep bench. I don't know why he doesn't. Maybe he just doesn't want to lose momentum.
You know, I think you need to rest players, but this Spanish team.
Rodriguez, that's their game. She was short.
This Spanish team is going to have 2 days off to recover. You know, they have a bye all the way to the quarterfinals, which are on Thursday.
Sanchez misses, so that's enough time.
Yeah, so I don't think he wants to lose this game, eh? He wants to win. You never want to lose.
No.
If you're a player, if you're a coach, you never want to lose. I don't care if it's, you know you're moving on, but you never want to lose.
So Hanisova dribbles it off her foot that time, her leg. And still a Spanish lead of 1 point. 11 Spanish turnovers, 10 for the Czech Republic. Oh, look at Torrance go baseline. Hanisova was a bit slow that time. Maybe she needs to get some breather.
It's hot in here, and that adds to fatigue. It adds to dehydration. That is something you kind of have to monitor when you are playing in such a hot gym. Is how much you're sweating. You're sweating more than normal.
Look at this.
Ooh, so another elbow to the head.
Oh wow. So that's from Sanchez. So she was just a bit slow getting over to seal the baseline. For three. We got a tie game again.
You'd say, sister. She had that pass from her sister. She knocked it down.
So Leticia Romero is going to come back into the game. Torrance tries to shake and bake. She does, and she banks it in, but no, it's going to be a turnover.
I think Lucas is going to talk to Rodriguez about leaving Elitova open on that last three by the Czech Republic. So, he just checked her in and he was not happy with her. So maybe he's teaching her a little bit of a lesson right here. Saying, if you can't play defense, I can't play you.
If yesterday or 2 days ago was any indication, she'll be back in shortly. Laura Gil. Romero. Good hands from Elitova. She's definitely, the more you think about it, the fact that they played Ukraine when they played them, maybe that's going to be that could be oversimplifying it, but maybe it's better to get the tough one out of the way early.
Yeah.
Inside it goes, and Alba scores. So a little breakdown.
But
can't give that away on the inbounds play.
I feel like, you know, maybe I'm wrong. Spain is playing well right now. They're kind of playing like they normally do. So imagine Czech played like this yesterday against Hungary. That 4-point loss would probably been a win as well.
Just not the right timing for them.
No.
And the Laura Gil, oh boy, that's going to hurt when she starts making shots. 42-38, and Venice calls timeout with 4:46 remaining.
Yeah, I think he just wanted to call a timeout here, not let it really get out of hand. I wouldn't be surprised if he's actually writing up an offensive attack, maybe something that they don't normally go to just see if they can get a score. Then again, I don't understand Czech, so I could be completely wrong.
You understand some Czech words.
Pasitos cortos de recuperación para que no rompan fuerte, ¿de acuerdo? En ataque, vamos a hacer algún puño arriba, ¿de acuerdo? Vamos a hacer algún pío-pío, no, algún pío-pío.
So all those coaches scouting, he's going to run a high fist. You can jot down that play.
Estepap, aprovecha, lo defienden muy mal los Estepap.
I just heard step out.
And then he said muy malo, so maybe he's not too happy with how they're stepping out on defense. Or maybe, he might have been saying that the Czechs aren't doing a very good job of the step out.
But you played for him at Olesia before he became famous.
Before,
basically.
yes. The year before he took off to Salamanca, Perfumes Avenida in Salamanca, Spain, the year after he went there.
And he was the player's coach.
He was. You know, if there's one thing, you asked me, so what kind of makes Lucas Mondelo good? Well, guess what? He has great players to begin with. Yeah. You know, he really does. But I think his biggest strength as a coach is that he's a player's coach. You know, he's technical, he gets mad, but they enjoy being around him, and I think they really enjoy playing for him. I really do.
So 4-point lead for Spain, 4.5 minutes to go. Leonor Rodriguez still on the bench. Now here's Maria Conde, okay, and Zaplatova there was fouled by Laura Gil. That's what the foul was. Conde left the game with the injury the other day shortly after coming in, but now she's in, so that's good. And look at Palau streak up ahead and get the layup.
Would you think she's the oldest player on the court right now?
Leading by
She
example.
ran like she was an 18-year-old there. Speaking of Sancho Little, you know, she's had a great tournament. Oh, there she is. Look at that. So fast. You know, she only has 6 points and 2 rebounds, which is really, you know, she's a better player than that. And I think, great shot.
Carolina Volkova.
She noticed, hey, Conde, I'm a little older than you. I would be a veteran compared to what you are. I'm going to show you what it's like at the next level. Yeah, so I think Sancho's just tired because statistically, she's not doing what she normally does. And out there, she just looks exhausted.
There she's at the end of the bench. And Zaplatova called for kicking the ball.
Almost got the pick there. That's tough because, you know, they had the shot clock down to 3. She almost picked her pocket, but they had the shot clock down to 3, and now because it was a kick ball, shot clock goes back up to 14. So it really was good defense, but now Spain has a new 14 seconds.
Lai Palau over to Romero. And the ball gets away from Laura Gil.
And you know, I thought Laura Gil had a good post up there, but you saw Romero go back, and it's one of those, you know, Romero says, sorry, that was my bad. She needed to dribble back over and give her a better angle. Oh,
Spain
wow!
fell asleep.
Dunk it!
And allowed Hadisova, and she was up there.
And that is so uncharacteristic of Spain. I don't know if I've ever seen that happen to them. You know, you would consider them a good defensive team, and that's just a breakdown. That's almost, you know, they don't I don't know, they've just become lackadaisical?
I think it's the heat. Palau. Now inside the Nichols, short. Another chance to
And
run.
they're off again.
Katarina pulls up and knocks it in. And we got a tie game again. How about that?
This Czech team wants this win. They want to give their fans something to celebrate.
And the dunk to Lauda give. And the offense, or the rebound from Hanasova. Oh, beautiful play. And,
You know, we didn't really see that because we had our back. She had her back to us.
Yeah, I didn't think she even had the ball. Let me see.
Oh, that's a beautiful fast break. Let's see how high she gets. I think she almost touched the rim too. Remember, we saw Igapova from Ukraine go in for a beautiful fast break layup, and she slaps the basket. You saw her fingers were above the rim. Slaps the basket, sorry, slaps the backboard.
Ooh. Bit of an awkward twist for Romero. Now she's got it. Sanchez sets the pick, end up throwing it into Nichols. And again, it doesn't look like the Czechs are getting the rub of the green on the calls right now.
Yeah.
Those things even out.
You know, I think if it's a travel on Kievan in that fast break, I think it's a travel down there as well.
Yeah,
but unfortunately, they had the foul called
play.
against them. Yeah.
Here comes a youngster.
The 17-year-old.
And here it comes again.
And the 17-year-old says, oh.
Gorchkova, and she will go to the line. So Veronica Gorchkova.
She played last summer, 2016, in the under-17 championships here in Europe. So she is definitely being introduced to the fold here in the Czech Republic.
Big moment for her, though, that's for sure.
You know, and she's done well since she's been out there. She's taking advantage of this opportunity that she's been given. It's great when you see young up-and-coming talent.
Romero. Well, they've called another foul on the Czechs. I mean, it almost looked like she went straight into 3 Czech defenders.
Yeah.
Watch this.
See the highlight here.
You're gonna show. I mean, she stepped in front of her, but she didn't really make contact.
Yeah.
The other player reached in. But like we said, these things even out over the course of the game. So Kievan goes down. Czechs on top 45-44. And we've got ourselves an exciting 12 minutes to watch. And Romero, Hanasova, thought she could tap it to Horachkova, but
yeah, I think she thought she couldn't quite grab the rebound, so tried to tap it and just a little off. But look at this Czech defense.
Yeah, Kudachova reached in.
That they need to be very happy about that defensive possession. And you know, we talked about the Czech defense, how we thought that they were playing weak in the previous 2 games. They weren't doing a good job rebounding. And look at them tonight. It's a completely different team. Maybe they needed that day off. Maybe they watched a lot of video yesterday on the rest day. And you know, I'm sure each of them probably had defensive clips that they were supposed to watch and analyze and then come back and say, this is what I did wrong.
Look at this, Zaplikova on the break. Yeah, I think you're probably right.
And if that is the case, you know, they look great today.
Now Hanasova. Oh, decides to pull it up. She's going to have to launch it. Shot clock winding down. And Horachkova, and they're going to say a push off on Horachkova on Leticia Romero, I think.
That's a tough break. I'm not sure she has a lot of muscle to push off. Maybe she used her long arms as levers.
Here we go, watch this.
Oh, there was no
Well, it could have happened before.
Spanish player around her, so it definitely must have been before she was going up.
So Sanchez and the Czech crowd is into it. Palau goes in, comes back out. Sanchez double team. Hanasova. The pass was right at her feet. Romero, it looked like somebody got a hand on it. And now Holkova passed it.
I think she was trying to fast break and then it slipped out. But you know, they didn't turn it over. It's fine. Now they have a 24-second shot clock. Use it, run a play here. So they have a horns down. I'm not sure that was it. Sometimes Hanasova needs to be a little bit more aggressive, I think.
Yeah.
You know, I think right there she probably could have shot fake, looked at the basket, and then taken it on her defender, to be honest. I'm not sure Sanchez could stop her.
Well, you got 10-second differential, game clock, shot clock, and that is Hanasova. And now the outlet, and they need to hold it for one.
I think they should go for one. I hope, yeah, you see coach saying, hey, slow down, slow down. Maybe just run a nice high. Oh.
No. And they've
not what
given,
they wanted. And Elatova knows that. She says, really? I'm a veteran. I shouldn't be doing that.
And they've got 7 seconds, Spain. That's plenty of time to get the ball to Palau. And they bring in Cruz, who makes it doubly dangerous. And Rodriguez, who's now out of the doghouse, is back in the game.
You know, I hope the Czech team have communicated and says, hey, we have fouls to give. You know, they only have 3 fouls. They do have quite a few people in foul trouble, but, you know, make Spain.
Oh. But
So right here, she needs to foul. She needs to foul.
Oh, she went right behind the back. And they dodged the bullet.
They did dodge a bullet. I'm not sure the youngster, the 17-year-old who was guarding Cruz, knew that they had fouls to give because that was a missed opportunity by Spain.
That said, Ruskova almost intercepted it.
She did, yes.
And
so you see the Czech Republic shooting 47%. You know, that's, and they've made 3 threes. That's more than they made in the last 2 games.
the best case scenario for the Czechs tonight was to come out and win playing well against the #2 team in the Nike FIBA World Ranking, the Olympic silver medalist, the silver medalist of the runners-up in the last World Cup, one of the undisputed powerhouses in international basketball. Yeah. They've done that. I mean, they've come out and they haven't won it yet, but they've, met them blow for blow.
Win or lose right now, I think the Czechs have to say we've played better than we have against Ukraine, against Hungary, and they're doing that against the 2nd best team in the world right now. So they have to feel really, really good about their performance, and this crowd is enjoying it as well. And you know, it's one of those, they had nothing to lose, but when you're playing for your country, that's all you think about is you have your country across your chest, and it means more than any other game in your career. It really does. So you see them out here today playing with pride, playing with energy, and it's really fun to watch.
Yeah, it's just night and day, really. I kind of wish we'd seen more of Ruskova earlier in the other 2 games.
Yeah.
I don't see why she didn't play, to be honest. I mean, we said that about some of the other players that got a chance.
They got a chance today, yes.
Some of the other teams that haven't
done so well. The Turkish youngsters who we saw for the first time today.
So look at that, Ruskova really pounding Torrens. Look at that, she had a hand in the face.
Great defense by the youngster. She might be going on our 5 All-Stars under the age of 23.
Absolutely. Shot clock winding down. She had a hand in the face.
But Alba Torres says, hey, I'm 10 years older, and that's what you got to do if you want to take it to the next level.
And now, Pia Vaughan's got to do better, but it was kind of a tough pass maybe. Now Santa Little has a little bit of an extra bounce in her step.
I think Lucas Mondello might have told them, hey guys, you're not allowed to lose this game. So he's gone back to pretty much his starting five, other than Laya Palau, who ended the third quarter. So, you know, he's not shying away. He wants to win this game.
He
answers!
And now the Czechs are back to where they won. 14 points.
Isn't it great to see her shooting the ball better today?
Yeah.
Don't you wish we saw that in the first two games? You're almost sad for her because you know she's capable of it and she just could not find her rhythm.
Oh,
beautiful. Oh, but she should have.
Then she tried to get the ball to Santa
Should have gone
Little.
up for the first one. No, I thought she was wide open.
Is that a crossover?
It was like a crossover while splitting the defense at the same time.
Zapotova.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
And Groskova goes right back and takes it away from Torrance. Wow, look at this. She's a revelation to me. And the jump shot from Zapotova is good.
And that all started by the youngster, the 17-year-old.
Dumet into Nichols.
Spain silences the crowd a little bit there. No, nice catch!
What a
pass!
And the pass from Hannah Sova. Look at the 10 coaches, they're excited.
This might be the first time we've seen them smile all tournament.
And let me tell you something else. A loss for Spain may not be particularly bad. It might wake them up a little bit.
Yeah, and we said they started very sluggish, very slow. Oh.
Well, Zapotova.
Oh. I think you should hit Pia Vaughan again.
And I think that's right, actually. I think she got that right. But let's just say...
I might be devil's advocate and just say I've played against Laura Nichols many times.
Yeah. Wait, but look at this.
Oh, look at that. And a hand in her face.
I think... And then that was where she stole it. And then she got it to...
for a little two-point jump shot there.
Yeah, Zapotova. I mean,
I played against
foul.
Nichols a lot, trust me. And she is very good at reacting and flopping a little.
Oh, no,
she does that on the other side. And
yeah, that doesn't look good to me. In live action, actually, it did look more. But in fairness to the rest.
No. You know, the Spanish, they grow up watching these soccer players, European football, who are very good at the...
There you go. The justice prevails. It goes out.
Yes, there you go. You're getting it back. Yeah, I think they grow up watching too much European football.
Now, wait a minute. Let's not generalize too much against a nation. Everybody does it. It's called simulation, isn't it? But I take your point. Look at Sancho Little. Almost took it away. Oh, man. She can't stop playing after this summer. She's just too good. I mean,
you know, that's what I told her. I said, why don't you take half a year off and see how you feel in January? She, I don't know, man.
She's from the Caribbean, isn't she?
She is.
And Hotova brings a little bit of rain. Another three-pointer, and she is on fire now. 17 points. 3 of 4 from the arc.
I love it. I'm so happy for her.
Anna Cruz.
Great rebound.
Nichols. Oh, Virolova knew the ball was there. She couldn't quite control it. And Anna Cruz has to be careful swinging her arm like that. One of these calls is going to go against Spain pretty soon. You can feel it.
And we've seen on sportsmen like fouls be called in this tournament.
Torrance for 3, wide open. They're chasing the ball. She does the right thing. She goes out, and sure enough, she's wide open. Carolina Elpotova. And that is a break for Virolova.
Yeah, I think she just fumbled the ball a little bit.
Palau back in for Dominguez. I'll tell you one thing, it hasn't gotten any cooler. Oh, what a play, Carolina. It's the El Hotova night.
It is an El Hotova night.
I mean, that was not Bergrova's basket, by the way. That was El Hotova, Carolina. So I think they've combined for 25 of the Czech Republic's 57 points. Palau gets in. Bergrova rebounds it. Katharina Elhotova. And it goes through Hanistova. I think that's a tiredness foul, just like with Virolova.
This game has been fast. I mean, it's going back and forth. There haven't been a lot of calls, so we haven't seen a lot of stoppage of plays, not a lot of out of bounds.
Well, they've called it there.
And, you know, they might have that. I think it was a foul. She didn't, you know, she kind of ran into Sandra when she was already going, when Sandra Little was already going up. Let's see. Yeah.
Yeah, she got it.
Yeah. She got underneath her when she was already on her way up.
But I think actually
this
she got her on the arm.
This is maybe a much-needed little break that these two teams need during these free throws.
Yeah, we might need to have like a water break. Don't they do that sometimes in sporting events?
Yeah, I think it's called a timeout. But neither coach wants to use a timeout, let me tell you that, because they're thinking this is going down to the wire, and I might need to save my timeout.
Well, just one. Spanish Basketball Federation President Jorge Garbajosa, one of the all-time greats behind us, along with Lisa Aguilar, one of the all-time women greats.
Did you remember watching him play at Malaga?
I do, yeah, actually.
He had some amazing performances, eh?
And Benetton Treviso, Toronto, your neck of the woods. And Anna Cruz goes in and gets to Sancho Little, and she has tied it up.
You know, can't you tell that these players have played with each other for so long? Especially this five that are out right now. We have Cruz, we have Palau, we have Little, Nichols, Torrance. I wonder how many games this five have played together.
They pass it to Virolova, and that's much a little more like it for Virolova.
And you get it to the hot hand!
And Bergrova fouled Torrance to stop the break.
That's not a bad foul, and that was a great shot. Did you see them move the ball around? They got it to the hot hand, and it was back rim. It looked on.
Now, I was saying, as you look at Little's basket, the fouls would eventually even out. But I'm just looking right now. No fouls called on Spain in this quarter. Not one single one.
Yeah, there's a lot of
poor pass.
Yeah, you know, normally that high-low, they have that pass down, but that was well short.
Bergrova fouled. First one by Palau. I'm not really sure that was a good foul by Palau because
I don't think Bergrova was going in for a layup here. Mind you, if she had come to a stop, she was going to have Kia Vaughn right open in the middle of the key because Sancho had to come over and help. But that still would have been a tough pass for Bergrova. Oh, nice play.
Pump fake. Oh, she kind of brings it in. It was a good move, definitely.
Sancho thought she was going to get that block, and she just, you know, blew right by her.
Yeah, she's got 14 points.
A quiet 14 points,
yeah,
eh?
Exactly.
Because she has gone to the bench a few times because of fouls, though.
I don't get that defense. What was Vaughn drifting out? I mean, they're stepping out, but they had everybody stepping out. You can't have everybody step out.
You need some people staying home to protect the rim.
That was just a layup.
Yeah, that's just too easy. You have to make Spain hit some tough shots if you want to win. Vaughn says, I did it one time, I'll do it again.
She's She's got the bit between the teeth. Oh,
It was a pass!
what a good
We'll give her an
good
assist for
fortune.
that.
Bergoga with 4 points, catches the air ball.
She was in the right spot at the right time. That's what that's called. So you have a hard step out.
Torrance.
Yeah.
Well, a long one for Sancho Little. Goodness me, the quality just oozes from her body.
So right now, I think
Even on a tough night, she's got 15 points.
and it's been a tough night, and she has looked incredibly tired, but she has said, you know what? I'm going to take over this second half for you. She, at the end of the third, she only had 6 points. So she's not going away quiet. She wants to win. Spain wants to win. They're not making this easy. I think the Czech need to talk about their defense here, though. You know, that's twice now that it's been the on-ball step-out defense. You don't know if they're stepping out and they're switching big to big, or if you're stepping out and going back to your own, because they've kind of shown a little of something, and then I don't know. I can't figure it out, to be honest. If the screen pops, you stay. I don't know what they're doing. They are gambling.
And they're trying something different against Spain that they haven't really shown for the entire tournament, to be honest.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, they're playing defense more aggressive than we've seen.
I thought we should have seen this type of defense against Ukraine. They never,
imagine
ever.
what they did if they played like this against Ukraine on defense.
Yeah. Because Ukraine didn't have the ball handlers.
Yeah.
I mean, Hungary probably had more ball handlers, but even so, they didn't really. They played better against Hungary.
And these fans are getting into it here. You see them doing the wave.
It's almost like the basketball gods have said, okay, you deserve at least one great game. I mean.
And we're going to give that to you against the second best team in the world. Thank you. I want to see what coach drew up here. So it's a kind of a horn set. That wasn't very well executed, but guess who they got it to?
Kievon.
Oh!
He's going to win that matchup.
That looks like the Kievon who won MVP of the EuroLeague Championships back in 2015, eh?
Hanasova getting tangled down low with Nichols and Sancho Little.
And you know what? If that's what you have to give up for playing pretty decent defense, you bank on Sancho Little not making that. You know, I think if anything that Spain could have got there, I would have said, you know what, let's give them that shot. And guess what? Sancho is so talented that, beautiful pass.
Nice pass inside to Kievon. She wanted a foul as well. But the thing about Little, and we talked about this earlier in the tournament, I think she was a good shooter, but she's actually gotten better.
Yeah, she has.
I mean, she's hit 2 long jump shots inside the arc.
Long jump shots. We're not talking
from both
elbow.
sides of the court.
They have been outside of the elbow. You know, a lot of post players can hit that, elbow jump shot, but they're further out than that.
So 9 seconds on the shot clock, and what are the referees discussing?
I think they're trying to discuss if it's a reset of the shot clock. Did it go off someone's leg, so it should be a new 14? Or if it was maybe inadvertent, and you stick with the 9 seconds left on the shot clock. If she looks over to the scores table saying, yep, you guys got it right.
Torrance on the baseline.
A great rebound.
Elhotova got it. That was a battling rebound. We're in the final minute of what has turned out to be a classic. The Czechs and Spain. And Eurova falls down. And then she gets swatted by Hanasova. She saved the day.
She says, not in my house.
I mean, what is...
That was a guaranteed 2 points right here. And Hanasova out of nowhere.
Or she said, not in my house, baby. Not in my country. 2 blocks for the Czech Republic, and they both come from Hanasova.
And
but
you know,
Eurova cannot turn the ball over at the point guard.
That
and
is.
Again, he gets back to that issue of
where are their point guards? They need point guards at the same skill level as the rest of their players on their team, or you're going to really see a struggle for them moving forward. But, let's.
you know, to be honest, I mean, she's played a lot of minutes
She has.
in this EuroBasket.
She has.
3 games in 4 days, so you got to give the benefit of the doubt. She's playing hard. Looking to see if it hit the rim, or if it hit the rim.
I guess it didn't, but they said she got down, so she took possession. Only 1 second off the clock. The shot
That can't be right.
No, she's fast. Laura Gill is that fast, but she's not that fast.
No, she's already had a torn ACL, but she lost a second from that.
So at least 22.
Well, the Canadian referee is looking at it, so she'll sort things out, no doubt about it. If you wanted to, you know,
and let's,
from a nationality standpoint.
She'll figure it out correctly. You know, let's analyze this. So we have 35 and a half seconds left. The foul count is 3-1. So Spain have a lot of fouls to give to be able to slow down this Czech team if they do have some type of a fast break. You know, the Czechs still have 2 more timeouts.
Oh, did you see that? Lubo Blazek is walking around back there. The sport director, former coach.
Former coach, still a big part of this national team, obviously, and you know.
And a bunch of people standing in his way. Look at this. Okay, watch this.
I mean, that was at least 3 seconds,
Yeah,
no?
so I think you're looking at about 20 seconds, 19 maybe, 20.
So check up 2.
It's a long
Spain
time.
are going to have to start fouling if they don't score here.
21, she says.
Okay.
So you were right.
Yeah.
All Canadians think the same, obviously.
We were in sync. I said, hey, Marie-Pierre, I watched also. I think it's 3 seconds off.
Anna Cruz is going to inbound it. Okay, so Spain have it. The final minute of a great game. Laura Gill rebounds it. Corns open. She misses. Kimball has it. And like you said, Spain have fouls to give.
They have fouls to give. So you don't want the Czech Republic to move the ball down the court fast here.
But
Spain's going to be aggressive.
Yeah, but you also have to use up your fouls in case you want to put them on the line.
Exactly. Well, you have to. Spain has to foul. They're down. And you know, the shot clock, the Czech do not need to score again. The shot clock is off, so.
This is a good timeout, and I'll tell you why.
Was it by Spain or
no,
so they get to advance the ball, so you don't have to worry about the backcourt.
Interestingly, they've only taken 4 free throws all day.
So who do you foul?
They're 2 of 4. Spain are 11 of 20. Spain has left a lot of free throws out there tonight. Bond with 18 points leading the way, 6 rebounds. Del Hotava has been outstanding shooting it as well with the 6 assists.
She really has.
But I think it's a good timeout because I think, you know, they look a little susceptible sometimes bringing the ball up to court. Maybe rushing their passes. He just needs to say, listen, here's what
you
we're
would
going to
hate
do.
to see them turn it over in the backcourt for an easy 2 points for Spain.
Exactly.
So this is a good
Don't
job.
forget,
It'll take more time off.
that whole sequence to just set that up with the block shot and everything was because Vyorolova turned the ball over.
Yeah. And if you're Czech, you don't want to score. So right now, this out of bounds is going to have some type of probably 2 people screening up top, and then you're going to have your 2 guards running off, and you're going to get it to them, and Spain has to foul. They have to go for a steal. If you can't get that steal, you're fouling quick.
So Vyorolova gets it to Vaughn. Shot clock winding down, and Little wraps herself around Vaughn.
Not really sure if Sancho expected her to just step out or thought, you know, she was going to be setting a screen for someone. No, that's what Spain needs to do.
Lucas Mondello with 21.4 seconds remaining. Now Hanasova has it. And they called the foul. For a minute there, I thought they were going to call travel.
And I thought Hanasova was actually a little weak with the ball there. You have to know that they're going to come and foul you. And she just seemed a little off balance. They're going to foul you guys.
Do they foul immediately here?
Yes.
If they don't get the steal?
Yeah, they're down 2.
And they got the steal. And it's Fiorlova who made the pass. And it's Elhotova, Carolina, who's bailed out the Czech Republic, quite possibly. But to be honest, I mean, Fiorlova has had 2 crucial turnovers here late.
Yeah, I'm not sure she was the person who you should have had inbounding the ball. But that was a tough pass. I would not have gone for that, Sancho Little was 3-quartering, almost fronting Kia Vaughn, and from the out of bounds, you know how much far you have to throw the ball?
Well, I think if the Czechs can hold on and win, but you know what? 13 seconds, it may not be an eternity, but it's quite a bit of time to happen. Spain loses this game, maybe they're going to sharpen their focus a little bit.
Which, we both think that they need to do moving forward in this tournament, right?
Cruz, meanwhile, has fouled out. Gil has 4 fouls. So in a close game, with the last second shot possible, I mean, Cruz is the type of player that could do something spectacular.
Well, she has in the past, that game last year in Rio against Turkey, where she just...
There's 13 seconds. Okay, so I suppose what they're doing is Carolina Elhotova go to the line and make both free throws. If you don't, if you make 1 of 2, do you foul so they can't attempt a 3?
Well, no, this is what you do. So let's say she makes 1 of 2.
Yeah.
You're up 3. You still have 1 foul to give. I'm not sure if Lucas Mondello has a timeout. I don't think he does. So to slow the Spanish team down, you want them to take some time off the clock, and then you're going to foul. So, maybe when there's about 6-7 seconds, unless they're obviously going to attack really fast, foul, slow them down, and then you get to get set, in your defense, and you still have another foul to give. And if you're up 3,
well, let's see if she makes. Okay. Well, now you definitely make this one. We make both of them anyway.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of times you could technically miss if it's like 1 second left, 1.5. But up 4.
You don't foul, do you?
You don't need to, no. Just play straight up defense. It's fine. You
can't commit 1.
But you don't have to. I mean...
Rodriguez puts it up. And the Czech Republic, the 3 is no good. And the Czechs have knocked off Spain here on day 3 of the EuroBasket Women. It's been a great game.
What a way to finish the tournament for the Czech Republic.
Yeah, some solace for what's been a disappointment. 67-63, the Czech Republic finally into the win column. They sign off for the win.
That's honestly, it's great to see, and it's disappointing. Like we said, maybe they should have played Spain earlier, and because they have improved each game. Look at that, 53% from the field. 38 from 3. They didn't go to the free throw line much, but guess what? They made the 2 most important free throws. Spain's free throws hurt them there. You saw that. Not a big rebounding difference, which they've struggled rebounding.
Well, the free throws are an issue.
So they had a lot more turnovers in the second half. We saw those 2 late turnovers by the point guard, but they forced Spain into 20 turnovers. That is not... Spain needs to fix their turnovers and free throws if they want to continue winning.
So Bergrova, who hails from this city, holds up a big sign, a thank you sign. Vaughn with 18 points, 6 rebounds. She really came to play today. Little. Girolova had the 6 assists, by the way.
And 3 steals, so...
3 steals, so yeah, I was kind of riding her a bit, but she did...
And 2 turnovers at the crucial moment,
Her assist-to-turnover ratio wasn't good, let's be honest. Well, 6 and 5. So.
Look at this.